Hi children, good morning. Welcome to class. In the previous class, we were discussed about introduction of the fabric. So, obtained of the fabric, we know that. So, we know natural fibers, synthetic fibers. So, what are these natural fibers? Animal we get from the animals and plants. So, whereas the synthetic fibers we get from that chemical and mixed with this natural fibers, isn't it? So that we were discussed in the previous class. Now we are going to know about, before I start, children, when we go to the functions or some occasions, the people, those who are wearing the heavy clothes like what we say dress materials with designs. Am I clear? Some designs and shine. Then we will get some irritation of the clothes. Am I clear? So when you have that heavy clothes, no, then we feel that irritating to our body because of the sweat inside. The air will not pass into your body to transpiration of the air from inside to outside. So that is we have to notice, and we get little irritation, and we are not in the comfort of that what we are wearing the clothes, isn't it? So that kind of the clothes we call as a synthetic clothes only. So these are the mixed with the plastic. So that synthetic clothes are mixed with the chemicals. So chemicals are nothing but the plastic. So the mix of the plastic. So it's really irritating, because when it's during summer season or when the cloud of the people are more and will not the transpiration of the air will not be more here and there, then we'll get the irritating that to our body. Then immediately when we go to the house, we'll take out and we'll be fresh and take the baths. But you notice some of the people wearing the cotton clothes or linen clothes, or we say that natural clothes, natural made, then will not be feel of that irritating, because see this is the best example. I wear this cotton clothes, so when you see the tiny holes are presented here, the tiny holes are presented here. For example, see I am showing you this kerchief. So this is the made up of the cotton. So here very tiny holes are presented when you see with the very near and your neck or with the microscope also. So inside the air is passing, whereas the synthetic clothes will not pass. Am I clear? So that is the main thing you have to notice. So our body also required the air transpiration. But we people do not like. We like only a beauty of the cloth to expose to out. That is the only we require. It's not at all good of your body also. Some of the times we get the due to the sweatness and will vomitation also, vomiting sensation also we get. Because of this, no changing of the gases from inside to the outside transpiration, isn't it? So that is the reason only we made the clothes regarding the rainy season, winter season and the summer season. So seasons were made because of that. According to the climate, we have to wear the or select the dresses. For suppose rainy season. So children, rainy season, if we wear these cotton clothes, water will absorb. Then it takes the long period to the wet or dry. So we have supposed to be take when you go to the outside raincoats. Raincoats, we know the, so everybody should have that raincoats. Then the water will not absorb. That we call waterproof clothes. Or umbrella we know. So this umbrella also made up of the synthetic fiber only. Am I clear? So when we wear this kind of the raincoats, then gum boots, we will not get any drop of the water into our body. So immediately when we put outside, again we have to wet it very soon or very quickly. So that is the main reason of this rainy season. Whereas the winter season, children, let's see, winter season, we need a very cold conditions. So we need very warm to one. So our body should be get very warm. What kind of the clothes you get? So there is only woolen. It's made up of the sheep or fur or sometimes leather, skin of the some animals also. When there is a Arctic places, no, they have the minus degrees Celsius centigrades of this temperature, so they are not able to survey of the body. Even the condition is very critical to surviving, living in that Arctic or Antarctic places, isn't it? So those who are living in the igloo houses also, it's really tough time to that living, of course, the throughout the year, but some seasons are very critical conditions. Then they are supposed to be wear that full day and night of this woolen clothes as well as this fur to protect their body. I will tell you why we are supposed to protect our body. I will tell you later. Well, later finally summer season. So due to this summer season, what kind of the clothes we have to wear? Because we know that summer, it's very shiny, it's very sunny, very hot. Then we are supposed to be wear very light clothes, lightweight clothes. What kind of the fabric we get? Lightweight clothes. So we get cotton, linen, isn't it? Cotton and linen clothes, we get this kind of the lightweight and very comfort to wear this kind of the clothes, isn't it? So we have to separate or divide it into three kinds of the clothes. So let's just see, children, types of the fabric. So actually, what is this type? How many types of the fabrics are there? Let's see. So the first of all, cotton, next silk, wool, polyester, linen, rayon, nylon. So these kind of the clothes are there. Of course, some extra are there, but I mentioned only these only. So later we have to see, children. Okay. So now let's see. Before I said no, so we have to discuss about why we supposed to wear according to this seasonal clothes. So children, when we wear the seasonally, we should protect our internal organs. So our internal organs constantly, there is a temperature is there constantly. So any temperature, if you go up or low, our organs will not work. Am I clear? We cannot expose to the sun or the cold. If we expose our body inside, the organs will get the temperature will come down. So then we'll get the inhealthy of our body. So that's the main reason. It's not the beauty of that wearing of the clothes. It's the to protect ourselves. To our body we are protecting. Even winter season we used to be make the mufflers or sometimes caps also wear and we go because of some snowfalls, isn't it? So we have to protect as much as possible. Sometimes we used to wear the blouses and socks also used to sleep because of we should not enter any cold climate to our body because it will affect to our inner organs. Am I clear? So that is a very, very important. That is the main reason of we are wearing the clothes also. Of course, to protect our body also, and to show off our nature of the beauty also. But the main thing is to internal organ should keep that, and we have to protect themselves. Am I clear, children? So let's see this kind of the clothes are presented. Have a nice day, children. Later we will discuss in the next class. Am I clear? Thank you.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the most common fabrics in the apparel and fashion industry. If you're already subscribed, please make sure to like this video and share it amongst people that you think might enjoy it. As well as if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. That will really help this channel grow. The first fabric we're going to discuss today is cotton. It's 100% natural fiber and it comes from the cotton plant. It's also one of the most common fabrics that's used in the fashion industry. Cotton fabric is also an all-purpose and easy to use. They're soft, breathable, meaning that air can move through them and the moisture can evaporate. It's easy to clean and it's washable. It's good for absorbing moisture and it's definitely very versatile. It's suitable for children, people with sensitive skin and allergies. On the other hand, some of the cons of using cotton would be that the dye doesn't hold up very well and it can fade over time. It can also bleed while being washed and it tends to wrinkle a lot. It also can shrink in hot water, especially first time when using it. Cotton is such a versatile fabric that the application just has no boundaries. It can be used for blouses, dresses, skirts, for kids and infant wear, as well as the most common use of cotton is for the production of various other textile products. The proposed seam for the cotton fabric is a 5-thread overlock or safety switch. Next, we're going to move on to linen. Linen is made from the flax plant and it is 100% natural fiber. It's environmental friendly to grow. It also requires very less irrigation and little energy to process. The fabric itself can be really expensive and it's really washable. When you compare it with cotton, it's quite resistant to stain, meaning that they can be washed out at a lower temperature compared to cotton. Some of the properties of linen are that it's medium weight, high strength, water absorbent and very washable like we mentioned before. It's also a very luxurious feeling fabric. The only negative side to this fabric is that it is very expensive. Linen is commonly used for shirts and home furnishing. The proposed seams for this fabric is a 5-thread overlock or safety switch. Moving on, we have denim. Denim is one of the world's most iconic fabric, which the moment you say word denim, everybody around you knows what you're talking about. Denim fabric has been around since the 1950s and it hasn't gone out of style since then. It's mainly made out of 100% cotton yarn. Some of the properties of denim is that it's a light to heavy weight, it's breathable, it's durable and it's water absorbent. Some of the only disadvantages of a denim fabric is that it's warm and insulating, which is always not a bad thing and it stretches out over time. It's also a bit more harder to decorate and sew. Applications of denim. So lightweight denim is mainly used for making light jackets or shirt, whereas medium to large weight denim is used for making jeans, shorts, dresses, caps, children clothes, as well as heavy duty jackets. The proposed seam for denim is a 5-thread overlock or safety switch, or you could use a flat felt seam for it. Moving on, we have polyester. Polyester might look simple, but it's actually somewhat of a chemistry project. Polyester is made out of synthetic fibers that are made from chemical reaction involving air, water and petroleum. This combination produces an artificial fiber that becomes amazingly polyester. The advantages of polyester are that it's flexible, quick drying, durable, comfortable, as well as its low cost material. Some of the disadvantages of polyester can be that it sticks to sweaty skin, it's sensitive to high temperature, it's not a very breathable fabric like cotton, and it's usually not sustainable. Regardless of that, it's commonly used in activewear and sportswear, dresses and blouses. The purpose seam for polyester would be a 5-thread overlock or a safety switch. Let's talk about rayon. Rayon is manufactured fiber made from natural sources such as wood and architectural products that are regenerated as cellulose fiber. There are many types and grades of rayon, can imitate the feel and texture of natural fibers such as silk, wool, cotton, and linen. The positives are that it's inexpensive, it's known for its silk-like feel, drapes beautifully, it's breathable, very similar to cotton in that regard, and it's ideal for seeking a luxurious look and feel at a more economic price. It also blends well with other fabrics, particularly woven ones. It dyes easily and produces a beautiful and vivid color. The disadvantages of using this product is that it's prone to stretching and bagging and often doesn't recover. The fabric is also weak and even weaker when it's wet. It's also not recommended for home furnishing due to its stretch factor that we mentioned before. Regardless, rayon is used for blouses, dresses, skirts, shirts, and saris. The purpose seam for rayon is a single needle lock stitch attaching and 3-thread overlock. Chiffon is a fabric originally made from silk, but in today's day and time it's blended with polyester to make it at a lower cost. The characteristics of chiffon is that it's sheer, it feels rough, it stretches, it's strong, and it's shimmery. The advantages of using chiffon is that it's a very lightweight fabric, it's highly breathable, it's got a sheer effect, and it drapes really well. And that's one of the reasons why it's mainly used in saris, blouses, dresses, and even skirts. The disadvantages of this fabric is that it's low in strength and that it can easily fray. The proposed seams for chiffon is that French seam to avoid fraying, or a single needle lock stitch and a 3-thread overlock. Let's move on to Georgette. Georgette is a lightweight fabric and originally made from silk. Today it's blended with polyester and rayon to make it cost effective. If you're wondering what's the difference between chiffon and Georgette, chiffon is a very thinner and sheer product which drapes easily, whereas Georgette is a thicker ply resulting in a heavier fabric, although it's still sheer. Georgette is used in blouses, dresses, skirts, saris, and garment accessory. The proposed seam for Georgette is a single needle lock stitch attachment and a 3-thread overlock. Next, we have the Schiffli Fabric, one of the fabrics which have been in trend for 2020. The Schiffli Fabric is a design made from multi-needle Schiffli machine, mostly using a greg fabric with 100% cotton thread, bleached, then dyed, or it's printed on it. The properties of Schiffli is that it's a medium weight, high breathability, water absorbent, and it's also cool in the summer. The recent applications of Schiffli fabric that we have seen around 2020 are that it's made into dresses, blouses, skirts, as well as kids wear. The proposed seams for Schiffli fabric is a 5-thread overlock or safety stitch. Last but not the least, let's talk about satin. Satin refers to weave of fabric rather than the material itself. It typically has a glossy surface and a dull back. The pros are that it's a very versatile fabric. The fabric feels really soft, silky to the skin, which is why it makes such a popular choice for bed sheets and lingerie. Satin's made from pure silk, which is 100% natural. The cons of satin are that it's difficult to sew within as it's glossy and can slip around in a sewing machine. It requires special treatment and cannot be just thrown into the washing machine. It's not shiny on both sides. There is a glossy side and a dull side, which also limits the design of using the fabric. The actual strength of the fabric is low and yarn distortion is easy. The proposed seam for satin is a single needle lock stitch and 3-thread overlock. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and share.